Today we're going to be taking the worst team in FC25, Dundalk. We're going to place them in the Premier League and in the Champions League. And every single new season, we are going to add a legend of football onto the team until they win the Champions League. This wheel of names is filled with some of the greatest players that have ever played the game. Names like Pele, Maradona, Lionel Messi, and Ronaldo. Paolo Maldini's in there, Roberto Carlos, and you've even got some goalkeepers like Casillas and Buffon. Some absolute legends of the game are up for grabs. We're going to simulate every season with Dundalk to see how they go in the Premier League and how they go in the Champions League. We are then going to spin this wheel and randomly add a new legend every single season, and we're going to continue to add the legends to Dundalk until they come up as Champions League champions. My name is themasterbucks. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe. This video is bound to be a banger. And without further ado, let's begin. Now, before we get started, let's have a closer look at this Dundalk team. As you can see, there is a reason why they are the worst team in FC25. You've got a list of pretty much only 50-something rated players. The only player that's above a 60 overall is their captain, Horgan, and that is it. And you know what? Before we even add a legend to this team, let's have a little bit of fun first. Let's simulate Dundalk in the Premier League and in the Champions League to see how they do. Without the help of any legends yet, I have a feeling they're in for a pretty rough time. And yeah, as expected, pretty rough for Dundalk. They did manage to win 2 games in the Premier League, so fair play, but they finished rock bottom with 8 points. And in the Champions League, if you're wondering, yeah, they didn't do much better. In fact, they lost all 8 of their games. I think it's pretty obvious. If this team's going to compete in the Premier League and Champions League, they need some serious help. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? David Beckham, Ronaldinho it could be, or is it going to be Luis Figo? It's 2000 Luis Figo. The first legend that joins Dundalk, there he is. We have our first legend joining Dundalk, and look at that gap in overall. 89 rated Luis Figo. The next highest rated player is 57. But there we go then. 89 rated Luis Figo joins the starting 11. I don't know what he by himself is going to be capable of doing with the rest of that Dundalk team. But nonetheless, good to have you in the squad, mate. Now, let's find out how he gets on in this season. Let's resim the Premier League and the Champions League now with Luis Figo at Dundalk, and let's see how things change this time. Well, after adding Luis Figo to Dundalk, they're still rock bottom of the Premier League table, but they managed to get a couple extra points and they won 1 more game. So that's progress. And hey, look at that. They also managed to get a point. So they finished, instead of 36th in the Champions League, they come 35th. Again, progress. Yeah, I didn't really think one legend was going to suddenly change Dundalk's fortune, but honestly, I didn't expect this. Luis Figo only managed 15 goals and 8 assists. He got outscored by a 58 rated striker. That is jokes. Luis Figo, mate, seriously, what? You got to lift your game, son. Well, anyway, it is obvious that Figo by himself is not going to be enough. Let's add another legend. And by the way, a heads up, the red players are goalkeepers, orange are defenders, the greens are midfielders, which I think we're about to get one, and it's going to be 2007's Kaka. The Brazilian AC Milan midfield maestro is going to be joining Dundalk. But yeah, as I was saying, red's goalkeepers, orange are defenders, green are midfielders, purple's like wingers, and the blue players are the strikers. Just so you know what you're looking for next time. So we now go ahead and add Kaka to the Dundalk team. It's him and Luis Figo currently trying to carry this team on their backs. A quick little adjustment of the formation to go to a 4-3-3 attack, so that way we get Kaka in prime position, feeding apparently a massively underrated striker, good enough to outscore 89 rated Luis Figo. Let's see what this Gullen fella has got this season up his sleeve. Let's do this then, people. We've got Luis Figo, we've now got Kaka. Let's go ahead and simulate the season. We only saw a little bit of improvement last season, but how about this season? Oh my goodness, make sense of this. They somehow got even worse. Wow, only 1 win in the Premier League all season. Sheesh, we are still trying to get out of that 20th place. But despite our poor Premier League season, have a look at us in the Champions League. We actually go pretty well. We get up to 26th Hell, we actually win 2 games in the Champions League. We won more Champions League games than we did Premier League games. I mean, make sense of that what you will. Unfortunately, we just fall short of that 24th place to get into the playoffs, so we still haven't reached the knockout stage yet. I don't know, we had a pretty poor season in the Prem, but hey, we're making some ground in the Champions League, which is the focus, I suppose. We've got Luis Figo on 17 and 5, and Kaka in his first season's got 13 goals and 8 assists. Again, not crazy big numbers, and we couldn't exactly rely on Gullen for another like 20 goal haul either, sadly. But anyway, let's go find another legend now to go and join with Kaka and Luis Figo. Who is it going to be this time? I honestly wouldn't mind a bit of a defensive option, to be honest, and we are not going to get one. Is it going to be Mbappe or is it going to be Buffon? It's Gianluigi Buffon. We were this close to getting Kylian Mbappe. That would have been great, but I honestly will take a goalkeeper. Gianluigi Buffon becomes our highest rated player in the team now, and again, great to get in a goalkeeper, honestly, because before now, we were relying on a 54 rated goalkeeper to keep clean sheets in the Premier League and Champions League. That was never going to happen. But now, however, we've got one of the best ever goalkeepers to do it. Hell of an addition right there. Welcome to the team, Gianluigi Buffon. Let's head on to another season. Up now to 3 legends and pretty decently spaced out as well in different areas. I feel pretty good about this season to see more improvement. Well, good news. We finally are no longer bottom of the Premier League. We're 19th. It's not much of an improvement, but it's something. Hey, we get 6 wins in the Premier League. That's the best that we've gotten by far. In the Champions League, we also just sneak into the playoffs. So finally, we've got knockout stage football. But unfortunately, our run pretty much came to an immediate end. We ended up losing 5-3 on aggregate as we came against Brest. Wow, that's a mad statement. We weren't good enough across the 2 legs, and unfortunately, Brest were just too big for us. They're a really good team, Brest. You know, like they've got a great front two. I'd pay money to watch them. I mean, look, what else is there to say? We got exposed by Brest tonight, but that's okay. We'll get better. Hopefully in the future, we'll be the one exposing Brest. Kaka having himself another okay season, and so too Luis Figo. They're very clearly the ones leading the way up top in this team, but can we get them just a little bit more support? But who's going to be the one joining Dundalk next season? Who's it going to be? Another midfielder from the look of it. Johan Cruyff it could be. Could it be Diego Maradona? It's going to be 1974 Johan Cruyff. That is a huge pickup right there, but we've already got a center attacking midfielder in Kaka. So now what do we do? I mean, look, it's a good problem to have. Johan Cruyff, 93 rated, now by far the highest rated player in this team. But we do have a situation because Kaka is currently filling that center attacking midfield spot. And if I want to keep Luis Figo on the field, not really sure what options I have. 2 center attacking midfielders and a right winger. It's not really ideal, but I'm going to play Cruyff as a center midfielder for now, and hopefully that should be okay. But welcome to the team, one of the most iconic in football history, Johan Cruyff. That's going to help us out, even if he is somewhat out of position. We go again, people. Another season. Let's see how we improve this time. We're up to 4 legends. Surely we've got to see some real improvement real soon. Oh my goodness, and look at this. Dundalk out of nowhere. We're up into 7th place in the Premier League. How the hell have we done that? We've gone from like a handful of wins last season to 18 wins and 7th place. How the hell has that happened so quick? Oh my goodness. It's translated in the Champions League as well. We've got 6 wins out of 8 and we finished 3rd. We go straight to the round of 16. This is insane. Like, it had been building up, but now it has just exploded. Unfortunately, however, despite how good we've been, we come up against Juventus in the round of 16 and we lose on aggregate. Oh, come on, man. We get Luis Figo top scorer with 21 and 7, Kaka 17 and 7, and with Johan Cruyff playing a bit deeper, no surprise, he doesn't score as many, but he provides a few more assists for the team. And honestly, those 3 together, no surprise, we had to do something special. Even with him playing out of position, it still looks like it's okay. We're doing very well. I would love to get a legend in for that back 4, because currently right now, we're still relying on a mid-50 overall back line to keep out goals. Will we finally see ourselves getting that defender or not? It might be not another goalkeeper. That'd be a disaster. It could be Cafu, 2002 Cafu. All right, well, we get a fullback in, and it is, of course, the 2002 variant of Cafu. The Brazilian AC Milan legend joins Dundalk. We finally get our first defender in. It is a fullback. It will be Cafu. He's our second Brazilian that joins to Dundalk as well. We are up now to 5 legends with the addition of Cafu now as well. 4 outfielders, and of course, Gianluigi Buffon in goal. Almost half the team are made up of legends now with the addition of Cafu. Welcome to the team, mate. We had a brilliant season last season, although we got knocked out straight away in the round of 16. But what about this time? Well, we make yet another very big improvement. Look at this, up to 5th. We get 74 points. We win 23 out of 38 games. Look at where Liverpool finished, only 83 points. We are not that far away at all. We tied with Real Madrid and Barcelona on points in the Champions League. Oh yeah, we are finally cooking. Actually, no, I take that back. Are you kidding me? We again got dumped out by Juventus, man. Please, just anyone else next season. Johan Cruyff went absolutely off this season. 33 goals and 12 assists. That is the best season that we have had from one of these legends. Luis Figo did pretty well. Kaka did pretty well as well. And obviously Cafu is not going to get as many goal contributions from fullback. That's fine. But the one thing that I still can't help but notice is look at our clean sheets. We've got 50 plus games played and we're still only getting like 6, 7 clean sheets throughout an entire season. Defensively, we are still not there. I mean, look, I'll happily add another striker and a midfielder until the cows come home, but we've really got to work on that back 4. Oh, it's looking good. It's looking good. We will be getting a center back. We will be getting one. Yes, we will. Sergio Ramos. 2014 Sergio Ramos. Oh my God. Yes, that is a perfect addition. What a brilliant pickup. A perfect pickup at the perfect time. Sergio Ramos. And now, just like that, by the way, more than half the team are now made up of legends. In fact, it's funny how it's worked out. The entire right-hand side of this team fill up all the legend spots. They say defense wins championships. I reckon now with the addition of Sergio Ramos, we're going to prove why that's the case. Can we go further than the round of 16? Could we maybe do real damage in the Premier League? I mean, we're getting better and better. We could maybe win a Premier League pretty damn soon as well. And have a look at this. In the Premier League, there is a game to go, but look at that. We're top of the table. No one can catch us. We have won the Premier League. With a game in hand, we are 10 points clear of Manchester City in second. Oh yeah, it only took about 6 of the greatest ever to play the game, but finally, we're getting somewhere. We've got our hands finally at last on the Premier League, but of course, the Champions League's the one we want. We're still going to take this though. And look who's going to lift it up. The captain, the man that first got here. It's Luis Figo alongside Cafu, alongside Cruyff, alongside Kaka, and oh, who else did we sign? I'm bloody forgetting. God damn it, Sergio Ramos, Buffon, unreal. Dundalk is the worst team in FIFA, no longer. We are Premier League champions. Hell yeah, lads, that's the Premier League done, but what about the Champions League? Surprisingly, not that great in the group stage, only getting 10th, so that's definitely not our best group stage, but regardless, we make it to the playoff, and finally, at last, we're going further. We win a knockout stage game. We got Feyenoord. In the round of 16, we played, I think that's Inter Milan, and yeah, we got the job done against them. We made it all the way to the quarterfinals. I told you we would expose Brest. We got it done against them, but in the semi-finals of the Champions League, we fall short to Arsenal. Can you believe it? We were so close to making our first Champions League final with this legendary squad, but no, we will have to go again. Something tells me Arsenal probably just kept on attacking us heavily down that left-hand side, didn't they? I wonder who I would take in this situation. Do I want a left winger? Do I want another midfielder, another defender? I'm not so sure. What about maybe a striker? I don't know. We're yet to get a striker this whole time. Then again, it's not like we're having an issue scoring goals. We got Kaka with 27, Johan Cruyff with 24, Luis Figo with 21. Hell, even goddamn Cafu has managed 13 goals from fullback. Come on, who's it going to be? Are we going to get a winger? Are we going to get a... Oh, Messi? No, it's going to be Usabio. Oh, we nearly got Leo Messi, but we'll take it. 1966 Usabio. We've already got one Portuguese legend. Hell, we've got a couple Brazilians too. Now we're adding Usabio into the mix. We have now added our 7th legend into this team. Usabio. We finally have our first striker. And how about this now, man? Two of Portugal's greatest ever in Luis Figo and Usabio on the same team together. Got another Portuguese speaker in Kaka behind them, Johan Cruyff, another Brazilian, Ramos and Buffon. Again, the entire right-hand side. That is where all the talent has gone and all the peasants have been pushed off to the left. But Usabio is in. We came so close to getting to that Champions League final. We won the Premier League. Will this be the season that we finally make the European final? I have high hopes. We came first in the Premier League this season. We got to the semi-finals this season. Watch us go one better. Let's head over to next season. Will it finally be our time in the Champions League? Let's find out. Well, after adding Usabio to this Dundalk team, we've gone back to back in the Premier League. This time we get 96 points. It's looking very good. In the Champions League, we see ourselves getting 6th place. That is enough for automatic progression to the round of 16, so we'll take it. In the round of 16, we get, of course, Juventus, but guess what? We have taken down Juventus. Let's go. That's how you know how far we've come. And on top of that, in the quarterfinals, we also did the same thing to Manchester City. We are back in the semi-finals, but will we go all the way? The answer, of course, will be yes. We had Barcelona in the semis, but we again get the job done on aggregate, and we have finally made our Champions League final. We are going to be taking on AC Milan, and we're going to have quite a fair few AC Milan players of old in our team. We're going to have Kaka, we're going to have Cafu. I think Luis Figo played for Inter Milan. I don't think he ever played for AC Milan, I'm not sure. But regardless, I know Gianluigi Buffon played plenty of games against AC Milan. He's going to have to do it again. He's going to have to come up clutch again. Oh my, has Usabio been mighty as well. In his first season, he bags like 45 goal contributions, close to. Insane. You've got Luis Figo with 30 goals plus as well. The Portuguese, man, they're killing it. Shout out to Johan Cruyff. Shout out to Sergio Ramos actually getting a decent amount of goals. He outscored Kaka. That's crazy. But this is it, people. At long last, we arrive at our destination, the Champions League final. We have taken the worst team in FC 25 and we've turned Dundalk into an absolutely star-studded lineup. Let's get this thing kicked off. It's the Champions League final. Which one of these legends is going to score the all-important winning goal? Captain Luis Figo. Oh, that is brilliant. Will he get out there first? I tried to cut it back. It didn't work. Leao to Jimenez to Buffon. Big save. Don't let them get a goal to finish this off, please. Big block by one of the old school. Oh, Ramos. Oh, my God, that's a huge tackle. Oh, that could have been him off. He was that close to a red. There's a huge gap here. Hello, Johan Cruyff. Got some space. Settling and shooting and scoring. Johan Cruyff. It's going to be who else but maybe the highest rated player on the pitch that scores the goal. Here we go with Johan Cruyff. What's he got? Cruyff. Oh, Figo. Sweat it. Kaka! That's going to be it then, I reckon. It's Kaka to wrap this one up. A cheeky ball in from Cruyff. Figo could have struck it, but it's a cheeky sweat across the face. Kaka taps it in, and we are surely winning this Champions League final. We assembled the Avengers of football. We put some of the greatest of all time on this team, and finally at last, we have turned the worst team in FC 25 into none else but this. Champions League champions, as the trophy's lifted up by our first legend, Luis Figo. What a team. Figo, Kaka, Buffon and Johan Cruyff. Then it was Cafu. Then it was Sergio Ramos. We worked on the defense. And finally, Usabio wrapped it up for us. And we wrap up this challenge. I hope you've enjoyed this one, everyone. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe. And if you have enjoyed this video, then be sure to check out this one as well for plenty more.